experience, it totally unfolds. Like, you know, when you are awake, you can see your entire personality. All of us here, we can see each other, our entire personality. We can see your gross body physically. When you interact, like if I'm talking to you, you can make out some level of my thinking, or from my facial expressions, you can make out what my emotions are. So you can see all aspects of my personality. But when I'm going to sleep, I'm not talking about the gross body, it's there, but you know, your whole actual personality, it totally folds up. It's almost very close to death. You know, a sleeping person is almost like a dead body lying there, because the personality, what is inside, cannot be seen. You know, a person is angry or he is a great Mahatma, you cannot say when the person is sleeping. So that is called the bliss sheep, Ananda, because temporary you get relief from all that you are experiencing in different sheets. You get temporary relief from there. It's called Anandamaya Kosha. It's the closest to the center that you are. Because every day we go through so much of stress and strain. In the night we take rest. But this rest is not a permanent rest, because we get up the next day and back comes all our issues. You know, it's like in the computer, everything, when you close the computer, all the files, it seems like temporary, everything has disappeared. Again, next day you switch it on, all your folders, everything pops up. So also when you sleep, everything goes to temporary rest, hopefully rest, because I think sometimes we don't even experience rest, but then it all pops back. So it's Anandamaya Kosha, it's closest, it's the seat of your personality closest to the self, the center that you are actually. Okay. Now there are two important aspects when we are talking about integration, integrated living. You know, some of you might have the question is that how do I achieve that? So this whole dilemma of being and becoming. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So what is your take before I go into it? What do you think? Do you think it's a being? Do you think it's a becoming?
You cannot become unless you are being.
Explain.
Being means true to yourself, and as a soul, you are pure. Detaching yourself from your desire, not really see detached. See as a being. You are on earth.
Yeah.
As a soul.
Right.
Instead of giving due importance to all this Maya or whatever.
Right.
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 And becoming them with some specific goal.
Right.
Maybe towards religious or pure goal. Try to go near that become.
Right.
Could be a language of.
Yeah, you're somewhere close to what I'm saying. You want to say something here? See, being and becoming, see, we are human beings are in a very funny and paradoxical kind of a state that we are born in, because we are like matter and spirit at the same time. When we are talking about, I said your center, the core is you, the consciousness is you, because you know, they say don't seek God outside, God is within you. And each of us has that center of consciousness within us, which again, we also have matter layers which are surrounding that consciousness. So when we are talking about being and becoming, it's both at the same time. One thing is being, because the consciousness, the center cannot become anything. It already is what it should be. But where we are talking about your material layers of your personality, there is a becoming, because at each level you need to polish your personality. Whether the body is concerned, these are all perishable. There is becoming means changing. It needs to become, it needs to constantly change. And there has to be change in these levels. You have to work, you have to exercise the body. The mind also, emotions, you have to cultivate proper emotions. So there has to be effort at all these levels. There has to be a purifying and clarifying at all these three levels, body, mind and intellect. But whereas the center is concerned, it's just a being state. It's just a center core of awareness. Being is enlightenment, becoming is ignorance. This is a quote I read in the Sacred Space of Times of India, Osho's quote. Being is enlightenment, becoming is ignorance. What he's trying to say here is that when you identify with the central core that you are the self, you are the consciousness, that means you already have achieved what everybody is talking about. But when you're talking about becoming, it is in the ignorance. You're only focusing on your incompleteness, and there is no end to it. It's a life. You can take janmas and the whole life can go by in becoming. There is no end to it. But in being, there is you can be imperfect and yet you can have achieved perfection. So when we're talking about, as I said, the center, you're already integrated. Right now, each of us, we are sitting here, we have this central core and we have all these 5 koshas surrounding it. We are existing in this state, so we don't need to be something. We already have that. You are made up of matter, which is the body, mind, intellect, which are perishable and changing, and the spirit, which is being. I think we've already covered this. If you identify with your center, it is being. You are just an observer. Does everybody get this idea of being and becoming? Identifying with your center, does everybody get an idea of that? Contradicting. You see, what I'm saying is, wherever your identification is, your purpose of life will come from that. Firstly you have to understand. See, on one hand you have your body, mind and intellect. Okay, you are this plus the Atman. And the Atman, as I said, is only being. It's an observer. It cannot become. So when we are talking about the identification here in the center, there is no becoming. So there will be no goals. It's a constant affirmation that you have to tell yourself that this is what I am. Believe in this. This is what I am. And it's not just a thought suggestion. Like sometimes we say, affirmative thinking. Keep on affirming this you are. It's just not a positive thought that you're giving yourself. It's your actual reality. Take away the center, the moment life leaves your body, you're a dead organism. So this is very much there, within you. Again, where body, mind, intellect is concerned is your personality as you appear to everybody. Personality in the world. Right? The way you're born, your lifespan, whatever goals that you have, ambitions, whatever dreams that you have. So you can have goals at any level. At your body level, you can say, I want to run the marathon. I want to be very physically fit. Be very hardworking. Mind level, emotions, impulses, passions. You can have goals related to the mind. That I want to entertain very pure emotions. I want to be a good human being. I want to have the spirit of brotherhood with everybody around me. An intellectual level, again, you can entertain thoughts that, I think I want to focus on my spiritual personality. Or,
Whatever in this process, we become attached to that. And then this vikara, vasana comes. We are not, initially you may be aware that you are doing your soul and you have everything. But then, based on this body, mind, and intellect, when you indulge into that,
right.
Then you become attached to that.
Right.
And if there is a failure, then these all emotions come.
What happens is that experiences at body, mind and intellect level are very tangible. Yeah, if I eat something, I can experience the pleasure of what I'm eating. If you say something nice to me, I can experience feeling good that I am, somebody saying something nice to me. So these are very tangible experiences. If we are having a thought communication at an intellectual level, it's a tangible experience. You know, I know that you understand what I'm saying and you are communicating to me. But when we are talking about this, it's a very subtle experience. This you can experience only when there is a lot of effort in the sense you have really understood the idea that this is what I am. You've done a lot of practice, you've quietened a lot of all this disturbances at body, mind and intellect level. Your physical, I'm saying what happens in most of us in the world is that we are totally engrossed in, you know, level of body, mind and intellect. We are just all the time sense entertainment is what we are getting into. Either we're watching TV, listening to music, or now we are on the internet, eating something, coffee bars are coming up, meeting people for coffee. We are at the level of body. At the level of mind, whatever other entertainment, emotional entertainment, joys, you know, going for music programs or whatever, it's emotional joy it's giving you. So we are only stuck at this level. We are attending seminars, it's giving you intellectual fulfillment. But you have not understood. I'm saying there is this whole, it's like, this is like the sea and these are like the waves. You know, I'm saying the waves are on the surface, your personality is, of course there's a lot of you, but it's only the tip of the iceberg, whatever. But this takes up, I think 90% or maybe 95% of everything that we do. It consumes that. So most people, as you said, because we are attached at this level, we suffer. On one hand, we enjoy the joys that these levels of our personality bring. But on the other hand, we suffer through all these levels. But we don't realize that this is not what we are. This is what we are. Because whenever you sit on this, you will always experience calmness, peace, joy, because that is the nature of your true self. See, whenever you are feeling stressed, whatever you will try to do, there is something in you which is propelling you towards, I want to be at ease, I want to be at peace, I want to experience joy, you know. You want to shut the world out, you want to go within yourself. Anywhere, you can close your door and sit in your room. Some people will go by the sea and sit, some will go in a garden. You will seek nature, whatever you do, because you know that this is your true nature. This is what is you. But most of us again then experience a temporary joy, again you jump back and get involved in at all these levels. So I'm saying is once your identity is established that I am the self, I am the center, I am this, then you function at these levels. It's not that you become totally like all the time and sitting in Maun Vrat or something, but you engage at these levels, but you don't